I grew up in Kanuma under King Sefiu. I grew up in a small town called Kanuma, near the Lonjo River, in the eastern part of the country. It's not on most maps. Back then, it was just mud houses, goats, and one dirt road that led to the King's Hill. The king's name was Sefiu. People didn't say it often. King Sefiu took power after the old chief died. At first, things were normal. Taxes were a little higher. Guards were posted at the market. That's it. Then people started disappearing. The first was Mosi Kabila, an old man from the fishing side of town. They said he mocked the king during a beer drink. One night, guards took him from his hut. In the morning, his door was open. He was gone. No body. No grave. After that, King Sefiu made a rule. No one could speak while his guards passed. You had to lower your head. If you didn't, they wrote your name down. I was 17 and worked as a runner between Kanuma and Chisomo village. I carried salt, letters, and dried fish. That's how I heard rumors. Quiet ones. People whispered about pits being dug on Kolima Hill, behind the king's warhouse. One dry season, every family was forced to walk on the hill. We carried rocks from the riverbed. We dug holes deeper than any latrine. When we asked why, the guards hit the ground with their sticks and told us to walk. I saw King Sefiu there once. He wore a clean white robe. He didn't sweat. He watched us dig and nodded like he was counting something in his head. These holes are for order, he said. Order needs fear. A man from Mato town was brought in a few days later. He was accused of stealing grain. They lowered him into one of the pits. They gave him water but no way out. The pit was covered with wood and soil. You could still hear him at night. The drums played every evening from Kolima Hill. Slow. Heavy. They played until people stopped talking. When the Lonjo River dried up, the king refused to open the grain store. He said hunger would expose liars. Children grew thin. People stopped gathering. Even prayers became quiet. One morning, guards came for my father, Jonas Moel. They said he skipped a work day. He didn't. I knew he didn't. I argued. That's why they took me too. Inside the king's hut, it was cool and dark. King Sefiu sat on a low stool. He looked smaller than I expected. His eyes never moved. He asked my father, "Do you fear me?" My father said yes. Then he asked me. I stayed quiet too long. King Sefiu leaned forward. I could smell oil on his skin. "Fear is food," he said. "A ruler who is not feared will starve." He waved his hand. They took my father away toward Kolima Hill. I never saw him again. They released me. I think King Sefiu wanted the fear to walk back into Kanuma on its own. Months later, the guards vanished. The drums stopped. Smoke rose from the hill one night. People found King Sefiu dead in his hut. No wounds. No sickness. His mouth was open wide. His eyes were still open. The pits were empty. Some say spirits took him. I don't believe that. I believe fear ran out of places to hide. I left Kanuma the next season. I live far from the Lonjo River now. But when nights are quiet, I still hear drums. And I still lower my head.